Alright, here to do a little load testing on the, or with the Colt Python. I will be using a loading that I'm using for my 627 V-Comp, and it works pretty well in that revolver. I expect it to work well on the Python, but you never know until you actually test it out. So I'll be using, or the loading uses Winchester small pistol Magnum, small pistol Magnum primers, using Starline brass, Hornady 158 grain XTP bullet, part number 35750. Gotta love that part number, huh? 357. Anyways, over the chrono, with the Python, I'm getting an average of 1,285 feet per second, and that is good for 579 foot-pounds of energy. All right, let's go to the range and let's see what we can do. All right, I'm at the 25-yard pistol lane. I'll be using a rest to shoot from, and we'll be using the Python's open sights. Since I'm using the open sights, I will cut the distance to 25. I usually shoot at the 50-yard lane, but that's when I have a red dot. So, you know, with open sights, I don't think I can maintain the same amount of precision at 50 that I can maintain with a red dot at 50. So I'm trying to record data here for precision regarding the loading and the firearm. So if I'm shooting open sights at 50, my data will reflect more of my shortcomings as a marksman at 50 yards using open sights. Now if I cut the distance to 25, I've got good confidence in my ability to maintain precision. Will it still show my shortcomings as a marksman in the data? Yes, but there will be less of the human factor and more of just the the mechanical performance of the loading and the firearm. All right, enough of the long-winded explanation. Time for the shooting. All right, time to measure the hits here, or trying to measure the grouping. The center of the two farthest hits. And that's going to come out to 1.210. If you're wondering why I put the white piece of paper here, it was just to provide me with more contrast when aiming and provide me with a spot to bracket the sights. I bracketed the sights on this bottom edge here, so essentially using a 6 o'clock hold. And not too bad, 1.210. Now keep in mind, I'm not the world's greatest marksman. I did use a rest to shoot from, but, you know, every human still has wobble, and every human builds that sight picture differently, and my eyes aren't as crisp and clear as they used to be. So, in other words, a better marksman may have been able to put together a tighter group here. So, again, this result has my shortcomings as a marksman, you know, factored in. I can't eliminate that unless I get a ransom rest or something. But anywho, I'm pretty pleased with the result. I might stick with this loading for a little while. Alright, got some bonus footage here for you. It was actually getting kind of late and getting kind of dark. It's hard to tell from the footage because the camera, I set it on auto white balance, so the camera tries to, you know, try to get in as much light as it can. So it actually looks a lot brighter in this footage than it really was at the range. But anyway, you know what happens when things start to get a little dark and you shoot some Magnum powered stuff. Yeah, there's the greater chance of capturing those cool muzzle flashes on camera. So here you go. For those of you who've always wondered about the distance when I'm shooting at the steel target is 35 yards away, and the steel target is a 10-inch plate. And that's pretty much a wrap for this Python loading video. I'm happy with the results, and I'll stick with this loading for a little bit here. Now, it won't be the end of my experimentation. Of course, down the road, when I get the itch again to do some more tinkering and experimenting, I'll try a different bullet weight or different powders and whatnot. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, give me a like, give me a subscribe, support me on Patreon. I'll catch you guys next time.